Hi, everybody. Welcome for another special edition of Litter Media Live. I'm Mike Smith, your host. Our interviews today brought to you by Classic Brands. And with us in studio, we have Rachel and Eric Harris of Mudfest, presented by Biers Run Mud. Question marks all over the place. What's that? We'll tell you coming up right after this. All right, back with Rachel and Eric Harris. First of all, Biers Run Mud. If anybody has not heard of you yet, what's your organization or your business all about?
So Eric and I own a pottery business, and we make handmade pottery.
Mm-hmm. How long have you been in business?
I started the business back in 2017.
Oh, so golly, almost 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, both of you do the pottery?
We both do. Eric, we met back in 2020, and we got married in 2023. Mm-hmm. And then Eric, I kind of taught Eric, and we've...
Yeah, so I've just kind of been doing it since.
Yeah, but your business, you said, started in 17.
Yes.
So that started before you guys met?
Yes.
Okay. What all kind of pottery are we talking about? I mean, the designs, or is it just whatever anybody wants, or what?
So pretty much we originally started out doing custom orders and things like that, but we've gotten to a point where we both can kind of have our liberties with what we create. We don't really take custom orders, but with everything that has transpired with the mill, we decided that we would open up pre-orders in order to help mill workers.
Now, before we get into that specifically, do you have a showroom with all your work in it that people can come and see, or is it online where they can see? How's that work?
So they can find us online on Facebook, Instagram too, but we have a showroom in our house, and we have Christmas open houses. Mm-hmm. We have open houses periodically. We are in the process of looking at plans to build a barn. So we will have, we're expanding.
Yeah. So when you reference the mill, this is something that you came up with in light of the paper mill. And you said you came out with this design actually ahead of the announcement that they were closing.
Yep.
Did you have a premonition or something, or what?
No, it's funny because I had taken a picture and posted it about 5 days before they announced the mill closure, and it went viral before, even before that was announced. And I just felt like, Eric and I felt like it was kind of like a calling, like we needed to do something for our community. So we had already decided that we were going to do this festival, and thought, okay, well, we can't, 800 families that are affected, that's a lot. We can't do much, but we can give them a day of fun.
Sure.
So,
now, when is this event, Eric?
July 19th.
Is that at your place?
Yep. It's at our farm. We also have a daylily farm. Mm-hmm. So we'll have our daylilies in bloom, which was kind of why we picked the time to have that festival. So everybody can enjoy the flowers and then come out and have some fun.
What's the address for viewers tuning in?
11084 County Road 550.
Which,
we're right next to Pioneer School.
Yeah, okay. Now, you were talking, Rachel, about the 800 workers that are going to be affected, but I have a feeling that there are going to be a lot of people who are former mill workers, people who had family that worked at the mill that are going to be interested in this too.
Absolutely. The funds are directly going to people that are affected by losing their jobs. But we will have mill mugs available at the event, also limited supply. Okay. So if you have not pre-ordered, we will have a few available until supplies run out.
Can you see, or have you even thought this far down the road, that we're going to have to make more of these because there's more people that want to buy them.
Yes. Yes. We actually opened up pre-orders 3 separate times because we were approached so many times, and we're actually pushing production into 2026.
Wow.
So in order to be able to stock for our Christmas open house, because we come out with new mug designs and pottery every Christmas time, we're going to have to put a stall on that because that's all we've been producing is mill mugs. So we will have some available at Christmas, but not as many as we will at this festival.
Whenever you have something that catches the public's eye, and it's just like, we use the term, it goes viral. That's often associated with the online video, but I think even a thought or something that becomes a craze of people wanting to buy, you could use that term also. Can you always predict this is what's going to sell?
Sometimes not.
Yeah.
There have been times where I think, oh man, this is going to be great. People are really gonna like this. And it sits for a while. Which is, eventually it will sell, but then there are times where I'll make, a one of a kind or something like that. And I will advertise it as a one of a kind, and everybody
wants that one of a kind.
Exactly.
Eric, do you guys brainstorm these kind of ideas or?
No, not really. We both kind of are inspired by different things. So we have our own styles. So she'll make what she's feeling like she is called to make at that time, and I'll make what I feel like I'm inspired to make. And it's the same thing. It's you make it, and then you might not think it's that great, but then everybody wants that one, and it's
right.
kind of hard to understand, I guess, at the time.
So when you come up with a design like what you're doing for the mill, you're going to be, I don't know how many, you didn't say how many you're going to be putting together or aiming to put together. Do you just come up with a mold and then you just, how does that work?
I wish. No, every single pot that's made is thrown individually. So each one has its own individual flair.
Wow.
All of our handles are hand pulled, and we pride ourselves on that. We both have worked very, very hard to perfect that handle. That's hand pulled so that it fits, right in your hand and it's really comfortable.
Wow.
Plus, for us, it is a way to connect with our buyers. I made that with my hands, and we're holding your hands through the hard stuff.
Yeah. So what you're talking about there, you actually have to have somebody that wants to buy this. It's being custom made for them. You have to get their hand size, or how does that work?
No. Eric's hands are a lot bigger than mine. And so I actually have used him kind of as a model. Each mug is different. So the handle sizes are different. So you can kind of pick through and see which handle feels right for your hand. So he's kind of told, everybody holds their mug differently. And so, it's been kind of a fun, experiment, kind of figuring out how different people hold their mugs. So, yeah.
So this festival that you have, it's a one-day event.
Yep.
Correct. What's the time frame of that day? And how will, what people showing up, what will they see? What will they experience throughout that day?
Well, we have the actual festival opening at 11 a.m. And it runs until 7 p.m. We put up a bunch of signage, so hopefully no one drives fast, but if they do, they'll quickly realize that they did. As soon as they pull up, we'll have people out there attending the park direct and everything, and then we're going to have, 30 different artists and vendors to set up. We have 3 different food vendors. We have Schmidt's, Handy Capable Kitchen, and Leah's Lemonade. So they'll be out there for refreshments and food. We're going to have up a big tent for everyone to sit under for shade, to eat and things. And I think we have someone that's going to come out and play some music, some acoustic music. We since it's our first year, we don't really have the electric set up for a big concert type deal, but hopefully in the future.
But it's the idea of helping the mill workers. That's what's driving this.
Yeah. yeah, it wasn't planned that way, but it has quickly transpired into that. So Eric and I have talked about it, and our desire is that every year we will have a different benefactor going forward. Just that's kind of, we really enjoy giving back to our community and helping. We work very closely with the Pioneer School next door, and working with the children with disabilities. That's something that we're both very passionate about. So.
Very good. And again, that date?
July 19th.
July 19th. So we are, as of this live broadcast on the 11th, we're just 8 days away.
Yes.
Is everything ready to go?
Pretty much. We're wrapping up a couple little things, but it'll be ready.
Yeah.
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed for a great weather day and great attendance out there for you that day.
Thank you. Yeah.
Now, you were telling me, Eric, before we went on the air, today was the last day for registration, or what was the story?
For any of the mill workers that want to register to show up at the festival to get funds, you do have to show up to get them, just due to logistic reasons and everything else. And it closes today. I'm not sure on the exact time. I think it's 5 o'clock this evening. It closes so that we have time to get the money and everything and make sure everybody's distributed equally that will be there.
And how do they register?
We posted a link
Okay.
on our business page and our Mudfest page, so they can go to that. They sign up. They'll have to show up in person, have their badge to coincide with what they filled out on the information, and then we'll give them the money, and they can spend it there. They can use it for groceries. It's completely up to them.
Okay, so again, just reminding our viewers, if you're watching this a day or two later, that registration deadline time, 5 p.m., was it?
Yes.
5 p.m. on July 11th, if you're a mill worker that wants to apply for some of these funds, that 5 p.m. July 11th deadline. So when you hear us say today, we're talking about July 11th.
Yes.
If you're watching this later. Yes, we know we're seeing, people are seeing us live right now, but quite a few people also see this on a delayed basis. Anything else you want to touch on before we close?
Real quick, before we finish, we are running a silent auction right now where we are auctioning off 4 different mill mug baskets. A friend of mine has a Facebook page, Chillicothe Mill Heroes, and she helped sponsor this basket. So it's a bid up auction. That auction ends on Monday. We're hoping that we have some very philanthropic people that want to donate, because 100% of those funds go into the Mill Workers Fund.
Very good. Eric, anything you want to add?
Just thank you to everyone. They've been very supportive. We've had people from other states that said, we've had family members that worked at the mill. How do I buy some? I want to help. We've had other mills in other states contact us. It's really great. It's really nice to see everybody stepping up and trying to help everyone out. It's nice.
Well, we appreciate what you guys are doing for the community. Obviously, the paper mill, many people still call it Mead, even though that's not been the name for many years. There's a lot of ties in our community. Again, Rachel and Eric Harris of Mudfest, presented by Biers Run Mud, have been our guests today, sponsored by Classic Brands. I'm your host, Mike Smith.